If you invest $500 a month inside a Roth IRA for 30 years and earn an average of 10% return, you'll have over $1 million in 30 years and you'll owe zero taxes on it. It's a fantastic deal, and you've probably heard 1,000 times you should open a Roth IRA, and the most important factor is time, so you should have done it 10 years ago. But if you're like me, you're kicking yourself that you haven't done it yet, and you're ready to finally do it. I'm 41 years old, and until this week, I didn't have a Roth IRA. A lot of the reason I waited so long was indecision. I didn't know where I should open it, what kind of investments I should get, and maybe I didn't always have that much money to put into it. I'm a busy mom, and I want to make good financial decisions, but I don't have much time for all of this. I feel like so many of the financial experts spend so much time going on about what you should do and why, but never get around to actually telling you how to do it. That's what I'm going to do today. I finally opened my very own Roth IRA this week, and it only took me 6 minutes total, and I should never have to make any more decisions or touch it ever again. I'll quickly walk you through exactly what I chose and why, so you can finally do it for yourself too. No one paid me to say any of this, and I don't make any commissions. These are just objectively what I think is best, especially for those of us who want to make this process as pain-free and simple as possible. So first question is, where did I open it? I chose Fidelity because they are well respected and they have accounts with no fees and no minimums. And they have an easy online platform, and they have some of the best low-cost retirement mutual funds out there. For something as important as long-term retirement investing, I would never choose a small startup company that has only been around for a few years. I wouldn't want to have to deal with having to transfer my investments if they ever went under in a few years. Vanguard used to be the #1 low-cost investing platform, but Fidelity is actually beating them on fees now. Vanguard also still has minimum investments on most of their funds, and Fidelity does not have minimums on anything. So I feel like Fidelity is slightly a better choice for most people. Opening an account for a Roth IRA at Fidelity was really easy. I just had to enter my basic information, I timed it, and it took me exactly 2 minutes to open the account. Then I had to add some money. I added my external checking account, and I was able to do an instant transfer of $1,000 from my bank account. That took me an additional 2 minutes. Now I had cash sitting in my Roth IRA, but I needed to get it into some kind of investment. I knew I wanted an index fund, which means a mutual fund that tracks the market instead of having people actively picking the investments in the fund. Index funds have much lower fees and tend to earn more over time because the fees don't chip away at your money over time. I also knew I wanted a target date retirement fund. Target date funds are based on the year you want to retire, and they get progressively more conservative over time. When you're young, they're mostly invested in stocks, so you earn as much money as possible. And as you get close to retirement, they switch over to bonds and more other stable investments so you can have money when you need it at retirement. Fidelity's index target date retirement funds are called Fidelity Freedom Index Funds. You want to look for the one with the year in the name for when you plan to retire or when you'll turn 65. I'll turn 65 in 2046, so I chose the one named Fidelity Freedom Index 2045, which is stock symbol FIOFX. It's good to know the stock symbol for the one you want to make sure you're buying the right one. Here are the stock symbols for the various Fidelity Freedom Index Funds. You can see the Freedom Index Fund has a super low expense ratio of 0.12%. That's fantastic, and much lower than some of the managed funds that are over 1%. After I was sure which one I wanted, I went into my Fidelity account to buy it. That took me 30 seconds. After that, I wanted to set up automatic investments going forward. Now make sure that you set up automatic investments and not just automatic transfers. A transfer will just put cash from your bank account into your IRA. You want to purchase more shares in your mutual fund, not just have extra cash sitting in there doing nothing. If you want to max out your contributions for the Roth IRA, you can put in $500 a month, which equals $6,000 a year. That's what I set up for now, and I can always cancel that if I can't afford it. And I can keep in mind that with a Roth IRA, I'm able to withdraw my contribution amounts at any time for any reason because that's money that's already been taxed. I just can't withdraw my earnings until retirement without a penalty. Setting up automatic investments took me 1.5 minutes. 6 minutes of work and I was set up with a Roth IRA. But hold on, there are 2 more things you really need to do, so don't leave yet. The first is to set up a beneficiary. So if you die, you've specified who gets your account. Under Account Features, go to the section called Beneficiaries. Then you're going to want to click Add Beneficiaries and add someone here. I added my husband and set him to receive 100%, but you can also split it between people by percentages. You have one more thing to do. You want to set up reinvestment of your dividends and capital gains. These are like the profits that your mutual fund is making. If you leave it on the default, it will just let the cash sit there until you do something with it, like buy some stocks or mutual funds. Since I want this to be as easy and hands-off as possible, I want it to be set up to automatically reinvest that money and buy more of the same mutual fund. This option isn't available immediately, so I came back in a few days to set up reinvesting in the security. So to do that, you click on Account Features. Under the section called Brokerage and Trading, select Dividends and Capital Gains. By default, you can see that this is set to Deposit to Core Account. That means that your mutual fund makes money, it just sits there like cash. You want to change this to Reinvest in Security. Do this for both dividends and capital gains. This means it'll automatically buy more of your mutual fund when there's money available. You can go ahead and check the box that says Apply to all mutual fund positions currently held in this account, and the box for future mutual fund purchases, transfers, and deposits in this account. That way, you're set for everything to reinvest no matter what you might decide to change in the future of this account. Okay, now I'm totally done, and if I never touch this account again and I let it invest that $500 a month from my bank account, odds are extremely good that I'll someday have $1 million that I don't owe any tax on. Now it's your turn. Remember that there's no minimum amount you need to start this. You could start with $5 and just do as much as you can afford. So, did you do it? Let me know in the comments down below if you set up your Roth IRA.